Hey scrappy friends, welcome back to my channel. Helen here with another layout for you today. Bonus second video today. So this morning we had one sketch 3 ways with Sarah and Jackie. This is the 1000 subscriber celebration hop for Brianna Spores. I'll have her details in the description below, link for the hop. It's also May I Scraplift You as well, so May is a month-long scraplift challenge, and there's a list of people being scraplifted through the month, or you can scraplift anybody that you want to scraplift. The list has Brianna as today's person you're scraplifting, so Brianna's chosen today for her celebration hop as well. So I am going to be doing this scraplifting this layout. It's got 4 photos. And I've got 4 photos for mine. I might be reprinting them smaller, I haven't decided yet. But yeah, I'm going to be using the Flower Emporium from Vicky Booton from 49 and Market again. Loving it, can't get enough of this, I've got so much of it. But before we get to that, if you're not already a subscriber, please think about hitting the subscribe button. Yeah, and enjoy the video, please give it a like and let me know in the comments what you've enjoyed, and if you're not sure what to say, just pop an emoji for the sake of engagement. That out of the way, let's get scrapping. So the photos are from the day we arrived in Scotland in 2021. So 15th of May. And ouch, at the end of the lane, sorry about that, the end of the lane where the cottage was Loch Clash. So these are the photos of us on the pier there. You could pay like £5 to have electric hookup to park overnight in a camper van. We were in a cottage up the lane. So yeah, I'm thinking I might reprint these smaller, because on the layout of Brianna's scraplifting, the 4 photos are in the middle, so they're much smaller. I've just realised this. Welcome to Manchester Airport. Do you know you're not very far from me there, Brianna, when you were at Manchester Airport? So yeah, I'm not sure, I might print them smaller. Oops, wrong pile. I may see if I can make it work with what I've printed. I mean, I printed these ages ago. I got this album together quite some time ago with photos. It's only when I was moving the Scotland 2020 and Scotland 2022, 2021 albums into a smaller, into my new Julie Doyle's album, so the album Julie Doyle's husband makes, that I realised I've printed all these photos and never did anything with them. Do I overlap them like that? Do I trim some of these down, take some of the sky out? I mean, the sky was very blue and very beautiful. Do I do that? Make them in half. Maybe take a little bit of the concrete off as well, like that. Take a little bit of the picnic area off. And do them like that. So we've got Mr. Me, and then where we are, that brings it in. Right, let's base page. We need a base page. I think we're going to go into, let's have a look at the starters paper pack first of all. thing with using starters paper pack is I tend to use B size a lot, but because there's not as many A size I love, but I do love that. So I really like that. Oh, I wonder if Sarah's got any of that individual sheet left. See, I could go that to contrast. Oh, I love that. See, I could do sheet of white and do my own mixed media background. Oh, right. I'm just going to have to bite the bullet. And use that. I've got the paper pad, haven't I? Is there anything in the paper pad that would do? So I could use that and add something to it. See, with the pink be a nice contrast against the blue sky. There's that one. I've got the other sheet of that I'm using for something else already. Got the text. I saw something else that might be actually. What, pink? Oh, I don't know now. Oh, I don't know. The dilemma is, I love that, I want to use that, but I want to use that on something too. Never looked at this back before. Right, I'm going to go with that because I'm going to want to use that eventually. So we'll use one sheet of that. And we're going to add to it everything that's piled up on the trimmer off. Get the branding strip off this. So the fab thing about Vicky's new 49 and Market paper pad, it's not perforated, and we all know how much I hate the perforations. And there's no hangy hole in the middle, so the whole strip's useful. It's just like the best thing they've ever done. Ever, with any paper. Right. So, I'm going to have these coming down the middle. We're still going to tuck that under there a little bit. Okay. So, I need to add layers. And we're doing that with paint. Do a brayer, a bit of white acrylic on. I think I'm going to do that. Brayer some white acrylic. Not gesso. Not wide enough. That'll do. Get everything out of the way. Get baby white ready. Or two. This could get messy. Not going to do loads, just a bit. Thing is, with this being quite pale background, this is going to be really subtle, but it'll just hopefully give me a base for other things. It is very subtle. I might let that dry and then do a second layer. Had an idea. Got the Lindys out. So, got my white, which is, because I've chosen a pale background, doesn't show up very well. So I thought if I get the Lindys out, this hydrangea blue, and just sprinkle. That's supposed to be a touch. Into the white. And mix that. It's gone, you know, a bit darker than I wanted it. But I don't think it's a million miles away from some of the blues in this. I don't think. I'm just going to add that on. You're going to get different strengths with it, depending on how much it's gone in. And then after that's dried, I could always add a bit more white. We'll let that dry and take and see what happens. I've had a thought before I let that dry. Where's my spray and a brush? Going to do some splatters. Let's do some splatters. For a big round brush, this doesn't splatter very well. I end up covered in this, aren't I? End up with it everywhere, all over my desk. Let's get it wetter. That's better. Just wasn't wet enough. Right, we'll let that dry. Right, that's dry. Wait. Oh, wait a minute, I need a spatula. Right, gonna use Ranger texture paste. I love this stuff. It's like mousse. I'm going to use, if I can find what I've done with it. I have an Arden. Here we go. Arden Creative Studio by Katie Parrott. So it's these distressed diamonds, and I'm just going to put a bit here and a bit here, because remember there's like this bit down here. I think there's some layers as well, so it's like a layer of pattern paper bits tucked behind with the mixed media peeking out from behind it. So I'm not going to put loads. I really need to get this used up because it's starting to harden. So we're just going to have a bit here. Good thing about this being a distressed pattern is the fact that you know, I like a pattern going on where it's not like capturing the whole of the stencil. You get that naturally with this kind of stencil. Right. Okay. We are going to let that dry. I'm going to wash the stencil. I'll be back when that's dry. Okay, dry. That's all dry. Let's have a look at some layers, shall we? So these are my photos. And that's all I've got so far. Right, let's mark these on something. Where's my bag of offcuts? Bag of scraps. Right here. Problem is that I pile everything on my trimmer. About there. Eyeballing it and hoping I've eyeballed it right. Let's see, find out. Maybe a little shorter and a little narrower. Tell you what, let's stick the photos down and then cut this around it. Do that. And I'll at least know then where I'm cutting this to. My Sin's refill my bottles for me. Straightish. Oh, still moving about, aren't they? I'm going to say about there. Yeah, I think that looks okay. Centre these a little bit. And then take a bit from the bottom. Yeah, like that. Let's distress it. Should maybe let the photos dry and stick on. I'll tell you what, let's put some ATGs. That'll get them to stay where they need to stay, won't it? It was a good idea to begin with. That one's starting to stick. Right, they're all stuck down now. Right, what else we have? So I do my usual getting carried away embellishing and forget to talk to you. There are bits of it where I am talking, but it's just easier to do voice over the rest. So I have those tags there that are from a cut apart sheet. So I have distressed the edge of one of them. That's where my journal is going to go. I may need to get a bit creative with the journaling because the tag is covered a little bit. Actually, it's not covered as much as I remember it being, looking back at the photo now, looking back at the layout now on my wall. Just starting on a title here. I like that big long adventures, but I think it comes too far over the photo if you remember from the layout I'm lifting.
So I do end up not using those puffy stickers. I like this little label from the I think it's the journaling tags pack. I can't remember the name of the ephemera packs. Um, and then I cut this frame in half, but I need another frame on the other cluster, and you'll see in a minute what I do is I cut another frame in two. I want to use that vellum piece, but I just don't think it's going to fit there, and I don't want to tuck it in because both sides of it's really pretty. So I do end up removing that. I'm just changing out the second frame. So I'm cutting this in two, some of it tucked around the tag and then some of it layered on the other frame. Now the reason I've done this is because I've not got three pieces of the same frame that had to fit, so I've brought I've got two different frames in the two clusters, the left and the right top clusters, and then bits of those two frames in the bottom right cluster. So it brings those clusters all together. And then I've got a label there I'm going to put my date on, which I have added to those frames there. And then we've got the title piece, which is Simple Pleasures. And I add the bulldog clip to that sticker at the top. That's a sticker, by the way, not from the journaling pack. That moments like these, I think it says, or moments like this. That's a sticker from the sticker sheet. Actually, it's not from the tags and tabs collection. So just building them up. I do put that vellum leaves there with the gold foil on, and then the other leaves just dotted around in the other clusters, and just distressing everything as I'm sticking it together. I don't distress the bulldog clip because at the end of the day it's a metal clip, so it wouldn't, unless I'm adding something to it to make it look rusty, I don't think it would look right distressed like the other pieces. And then just using the white glue there just for quickness and sticking that down. So this bottom cluster now, I've cut quite a bit of that out because I fight with the twine for a while because of my poorly thumb. So I've distressed all those pieces, popping the date on the label. I've wrapped twine multiple times through the hole and around, and then I'm just finishing distressing the frames. So popping the frames down, I get my layering on this cluster a little wrong to begin with, because I like the idea of that label sticking in between layers, and forget that I need to put that Simple Pleasures tag down first, because that tag is going to be, the bit that's sticking, the bit that needs to be the top piece, and everything's coming out from behind it. So this all gets pulled up again in a moment. There's not much left of this video now, just finishing my clusters and sticking my clusters down, because everything, I know what I'm using, I've picked all my pieces out, and I'm just getting stuff stuck down. So please don't forget to check out the playlist. There's the one for the 1,000 um, subscriber hop for Brianna, so congratulations Brianna again on that. And also there's May I Scraplift You hop as well. I'll have both the links in the description below. I'm just doing the other tag now, fighting with the threads. As you can see there, I've just wrapped it a few times again around the tag. Popping those layers down. Oh yeah, bottom left as well, you can see I rearranged that a little bit because I needed to put my Simple Pleasures tag on there that I'd forgot the first time. So just distress up little bits of this because it's a funny shape, so I only do little bits. I think I add some hearts. I just dot some hearts around. Yeah, there we go, just dotting some hearts around. And then I've swapped that blue and buff one because there's blue in the other two clusters and not in the top right one, so I swapped the coloured hearts around. And then from the from the laser die cut sheet, there is some arrows. So I do add these arrows to the 3 points as well because there's arrows on Brianna's original layout. I just wanted to get that element in. And we are almost done. Just stick these down. I will add the journaling off camera, which I still need to do. I've just realised I haven't glued the hearts. I've glued the arrows, I've not glued the hearts. I may need to go back and glue the hearts. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Take care. Bye bye.